Welcome to the Nightcap. It's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and I know you think this is a beautiful penthouse and that I own it. But the reality is, folks, I'm renting, okay? I'm trying to figure out how to purchase it, but I am going through every roadblock possible, making it a nightmare for my realtor and my mortgage broker who says I need more for the down payment. I need to think about the closing costs and all the documents that go with it, because it's a nightmare. It's hard, folks. It's hard out here, and being a real estate broker and a mortgage broker is even tougher. But we need some champagne to lighten this all up, right? And I got my guy Roman here. He's a leading intoxicologist. What you got, boo?
So I have something that we call the champagne Supernova, since we're celebrating today.
We're celebrating that I'm gonna learn how to buy a home, right?
Definitely something to celebrate.
Okay. Ooh, this is quite the spectacle.
Yes,
all right, you're
ma'am.
gonna have to show me how to actually make it later, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. Well, hopefully I do actually end up celebrating, but it is quite a journey. So let's get into it.
Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
All right, we're gonna start with my real estate brokers. We have Mike Holmes, the owner of Houston House Realty. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
And we have Miriam Valencia. She's also a real estate broker and owner of Alumbra Properties.
Yes.
Thank you all so much for coming. Now, I feel like social media has shown me quite a different side of real estate, and I'm gonna start it off with this little video from TikTok of a woman showing off a house. Check it out. So, me trying to sell a house on social media when I become a real estate agent. She's literally in a thong bikini running through the house, titties bouncing, ass bouncing, and hoping to sell. So is that what it is? It's going around looking sexy, showing off homes, or is it a lot different than that?
I wish it was that easy. I wish it was that easy to post a video and all of a sudden you get clients wanting to use you to purchase a home. But that's absolutely not the reality of it.
What is the reality?
Well, I would say, the reality is first you got to get the attention, so that's number one.
So, that's a good way, don't you think?
That's a great way.
You're gonna be in the speed of getting
yeah.
their attention or what?
Yeah, that's a great way.
Okay.
At least she showed some of the house, right?
Yeah, she did. There's some house in there, I think. I don't know.
So I guess once you go through that process, you still got the credit process. You know, most times you got people with credit issues. So now you got to take them on that ramp. If they come in perfect, that's a nice
That's
lead.
a plus.
Yeah,
So you're
You're already
Born.
ahead of the game.
Yes. Then you got the budget. And then you got to make sure they have some financing in order, so that way they can afford it. Then you got the down payment to make sure they can afford that.
Miriam's like, oh Lord.
Then you got to make sure
All of it.
that they not doing anything crazy throughout the whole process before they purchase the house. Like go
Lord
out and go buy
Jesus.
something that they don't need to mess up their debt income.
Take out credit.
Yes. They want to buy the furniture before they have the house.
Oh my God, oh my God. Okay, I feel like the mortgage brokers are also gonna talk about all these mistakes that people do. So what is like the worst client experience y'all have had? Do you guys have any stories? Any
I
nightmares?
do. I have a
Miriam's
story.
like, I got
I'm
so
ready
many.
for this
Bring it.
one.
Okay, I'm gonna get my tea.
Yeah,
I'm
it was Christmas time. It was Christmas time, my second year in real estate. We were about to close on a home coming New Year's. They were getting a divorce. So I was helping the sellers. They were getting a divorce. But the husband decided 4 days before closing, Christmas Eve, he calls me and he tells me, I don't want to sell the home anymore. We were 4 days away from closing, Christmas Eve. I'm stressing. There goes my Christmas. But he just decided he didn't want to sell anymore because he didn't want the wife to win. The wife wanted to leave him. She was ready to move forward. And it was pretty sad. There was definitely an ultimatum given there, but she opted to still leave and they couldn't sell the house.
Ugh.
They were gonna make a great profit. She was willing to give him 70% of that profit in order to just move forward with her life.
What?
But he decided not to.
He blocked
did it.
his own blessings.
Yep, come December 29th, they had to pay the buyers around $6,000 back in expenses because they just opted out
Did
of the
you get
deal.
anything?
No,
Oh my God.
nothing.
And how many months of work was that?
that was a good 2 months of worth.
Yay! So how often does something like that happen?
Ooh.
Not very often. No.
Well, I thought you were about to say, ooh.
Oh, I don't know.
My story.
All right, come on,
one.
hit us, Mike. What you got?
So I would say it was about 2 years I was in real estate also. I was working with a seller, and he was selling some lots, 4 lots I had pending. And the first 30 days, I found the buyer. I think like the last 29th day, we were supposed to close. It fell through. So cool. I had to put it back on the market. He got his little money, his earnest money. So I found another buyer within 3 days. So we were supposed to close, I think in like 7 days. He went to the closing table. I didn't make it there. I had some other parties I would have to handle. Tell me when I get a call while he at the title company, and the seller, I guess he reading the paper, and the buyer just say, nah, I don't want the property no more, because it came back with deed restrictions, saying some crazy things right there, because sometimes to find a deed restriction, you gotta do some homework, and sometimes title companies don't
disclose.
It's
like
just not fast
a death
enough.
happened there?
No,
Some sort of shooting
it was
in
just,
there?
it be having so many restrictions on it. Like sometimes you can't replat it, which means you can't subdivide it, or sometimes you can't
Rent it out.
you can't build a certain type of property. So when he read through it, it was the last day he saw it, he was like, and he read the whole, it was like 3 pages, he read the whole thing, and he just walked out of the title company like, nope, I don't want these properties. He called me, the seller called me like, Mike, where you at? I'm like, I'm working right now. Everything good? He like, no. The buyer, he walked out. I'm like, he didn't close? He was like, no. He said he gonna be back tomorrow. And I was like, nah.
He ain't gonna be back.
Nah. And
How much did that cost?
well, I found another buyer. It didn't really cost me anything because he was still.
What about him? The one who took the hit?
Yeah, he lost some money. Yeah, he lost like $3,000. Yeah, but he didn't lose $300,000, so he was fine with it. Because sometimes, it mess up their plans with the builder. I work with builders, and sometimes they don't fit in your plan. It's like you're ready to lose that, then to go forward, and then you can't follow through what you're trying to do.
With what you were trying to do. So it makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, this just seems like a world where like the potential to make a lot of money is there. Like you're like, oh my God.
Yes.
Like maybe I should try real estate because there's so much money. These people looking fabulous. Like, come on, it's a lucrative business. But
Definitely.
I feel like there are some lows. Yeah. So what is like the least amount of money you've made in a month?
0.
Yeah, 0.
Whenever you start off, it's really hard. I think people, because of social media, they see the real estate agents posting this lavish life and think, I'm gonna get my real estate license, I'm gonna say I'm a real estate agent, and I'm gonna start making money. And the truth is that it does not work that way. Your family and your friends, your sphere of influence, are probably the ones who won't go to you first. Strangers will support you most of the time before your sphere of influence does. So you make a post saying you're a real estate agent, good luck getting clients right off the bat. It's going to take work, it's going to take time. You have to scout, you have to farm, you have to cold call, you have to do open houses, you have to invest money before you start making money back.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
All right, well, coming up, I'm going to actually invite some mortgage brokers to join us. I know you're wondering what the hell is the difference between an agent, an officer, a broker. We're going to get into that coming up next, so you stay right there. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been talking about buying homes, selling, and how hard it is. But I have some new players I've added to this game. We've got Sara Escobar, she's a mortgage broker. And on the other side of me, we've got Michael Kirby, who's also a mortgage broker. And I've been talking with Mike Holmes and Miriam Valencia. But it's time for Game Night! All right. I feel like there are so many terms when it comes to real estate that get used in the listings, when you're on Zillow, when you're on Realtor.com, when you're on Redfin. There's so many damn websites. So I'm gonna put y'all to the test to tell me what they mean. All right, first up we have cozy. Small.
Very small.
Do y'all really think that we're buying it, that it's comfortable and cozy? Or do you think everybody knows it's small? I think it's
cozy.
People know. It can still be cozy.
I think newer buyers may not know, but I think obviously if you're on your second or third home, you know that that's a red flag. You're gonna be cramped.
All right, next one is charming. Old.
Might need work.
Yeah, need some work.
Yeah.
Need some TLC.
Need some TLC.
For sure, updates.
All right, so the third word is actually needs TLC. What does that mean?
It needs probably some repairs, it needs some touch-ups, it needs some love.
Yeah.
Needs a lot more love.
A little bit more
They need a
love than
roof.
touch-ups.
Do the foundation,
Yeah.
the roof, get a new AC system going.
A whole new house.
All right, what about desirable neighborhood?
You want a
Up and
safe
coming.
neighborhood, a great neighborhood.
Is it actually a safe neighborhood?
Well, no.
No?
Probably high crime rate.
That's desirable?
Yeah, it could be.
The taxes are desirable.
The tax is desirable. According to a guru, that's for a home that's overpriced at a neighborhood that's highly desirable. Is that right?
Interesting.
That makes sense.
Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. And our last term is efficient kitchen.
Please make sure it has an oven.
It's got an oven. That's it.
Does it have a dishwasher?
Yeah.
It's too small to even fit two
Yeah.
adults, probably. Like only
You're
one
going out
person
to
in the
eat.
kitchen
You're
allowed.
Going out to eat, for sure.
All right.
You're going out to eat.
Y'all passed the test. Y'all
Yeah.
passed the test. Okay, so brokers. What the hell are brokers? I mean, we got real estate brokers, we got mortgage brokers. Is that different from an agent or an officer?
For the mortgage side of things, a broker is what people usually call like a middleman, which is awesome because we actually get to shop for you. A big mistake that people make is they find a lender, they stick to them, when in reality you should shop your loan because you could save thousands. And I'm talking about $5,000, $10,000 on cost. You want to make sure that you're working with a good lender, right? And our company, for example, we have over 100 lenders that we work with. So based on the customer's needs, we can kind of figure out, okay, what lender is going to work for them.
So you work with a whole bunch of different possible lenders. Got it. Okay, for a real estate broker.
Yeah, so for real estate brokers, we are allowed to sponsor real estate agents. So real estate agents cannot work if they are not sponsored by a broker. So we sponsor and hold their license, pay for any E&O insurances, the liabilities may hold when being a real estate agent if you get sued and we get sued. So it's really sponsoring agents for them to be able to sell real estate.
Oh, okay, so y'all like top dogs. Yeah, like don't call us that, but call us that. Okay.
Yeah, but we take on the liability too, and that be
Yeah.
and the headaches that come with it too. So it ain't just.
All right, so I want to get into a space where we're not talking about the headaches. I want to help people. I want to be able to buy a home, okay? So coming up next, I'm going to ask y'all, what we should do as people who are looking to buy to be prepared and not making life suck for y'all. And I guess ourselves too. All right, so we'll be right back with some helpful tips. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been talking about the struggles with buying a home, but now it's time to find out how we should do it. What's the proper way according to the experts? We've got mortgage broker Sara Escobar, we have real estate broker Mike Holmes, real estate broker Miriam Valencia, and mortgage broker Michael Kirby. All right. How should we prepare? You guys were saying people need to be pre-qualified. They got to know what down payment to put down and all that stuff. So y'all are my numbers, my money people. How should they prepare?
I would honestly say step one is figure out your own personal budget. A lot of people say call me first. We can go through credit, things like that. I like the softer approach. Hey, grab a pen and paper, figure out what you're comfortable with. Figure out what you're actually spending based on your job, your future, raises you may get at work. What can you comfortably spend? Then we can have the conversation. Because I feel like a lot of people get into homes that a year later they're in over their head possibly, and I think personally that's going to set you up for success. Figure out your own numbers, then figure out how we can get you qualified for reaching that monthly payment or that dollar amount that you're looking to buy. That's what I think.
I agree with that. I also think a lot of people, when they start home shopping, they get on Zillow and they just start looking at houses.
Oh, that's literally what I do.
That is what
That's all I do. I'm addicted to Zillow. Zillow got
You're looking
wild.
at the $3 million homes.
Okay, no, I don't get that crazy because I can't afford that yet, but I will. Okay.
So I think first and foremost, you do need to know where you stand. I would say most realtors won't even take you in unless you have a pre-approval, right?
Is that true?
Yep.
Yes.
If you ain't got a pre-approval, don't come to me, kind of thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's hard because we don't have a budget, so we don't know what houses to show them
Right.
and what monthly payment they can afford.
And time is money at the end of the day, not just for the realtor or the broker, but also for the client. If you talk to a mortgage broker, we get you pre-approved, which basically means because there's pre-qual and then there's pre-approval. And you can't get the two confused.
Well, I mean, they sound like pre is all I hear.
So pre-qualification is based on what we see. Pre-approval is once we actually have all the documents and we actually have an underwriter looking at them. So pre-approval holds a lot more weight. And it helps the realtors a lot more because when you're in a bidding war, the seller wants to know that this house is going to close before they waste their time, right? Because if they don't close, they're having to put it back on the market and prepare all over again.
Yay. All right, let's talk about credit too. Is credit a big deal? And is it different than what I'm seeing on Credit Karma? Because I was told Credit Karma is not actually what y'all look for. Is that true?
Right. That's true. So Credit Karma is your, what they call is your Vantage score. That's typically what you get with American Express, Citi, any of the credit cards that give you a free credit report. It's a different scoring model. When it comes to borrowing money for your home, like a mortgage, we look at your FICO score. So it can be different. I always recommend my clients definitely, have that around and have an app that's monitoring it. It gives you an idea of what direction your credit score is going. Up or down, that gives you an idea, hey, I may have to look at something popped up on credit. But as far as the actual score, I mean, I've seen 60, 100-point difference from what your actual score is. And it could be in a good way. You may think you're not qualified. You speak to us and you're actually at a 650. You thought you were, well below 600. So it's definitely worth looking at your actual FICO score, which takes us to actually get that pulled up. So.
And on the flip side, it's also, it takes a look at your mortgage history, right? So someone who has, 7+ credit score, but they did have a bankruptcy years ago, their mortgage score may be lower, right? And now they're upset because they think they should qualify for maybe a conventional program, when in reality they can only qualify for an FHA or something different.
All these different types of loans. Lord Jesus. All right, the world I operate in, I think about sex and relationships and alternative lifestyle. So I'm gonna throw a curveball at y'all. Let's say I'm in a polyamorous relationship, okay? I'm not married to anybody, but I'm in a partnership with 3, maybe 4 other people.
Okay.
How do I qualify with all my people, all of our income, all of our debts, to get, a nice little penthouse like this one?
You can have them all
I
in
can?
the same loan. Yes.
What? Oh, how?
You don't necessarily have to be married either.
Really?
It could be you and your sister trying to qualify for a home.
Really? But it just gets nasty if we don't want to have it anymore. But that's no longer your problem.
Yeah.
Deuces, best of luck figuring
You
that out.
closed.
We'll help you with the next house.
Next house.
I hope you sell it when things go wrong.
Yeah.
Just come back to us.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, come back to us.
Yeah.
Keep
Because
it
you have
good.
to realize, like, sometimes clients don't qualify, so they want to get their family member involved, right? Which a lot of family members will help, right? And they'll put their name on it without realizing that even though they don't physically pay for that mortgage is on their credit. So the minute they try to buy their own home, they have a mortgage already, which is going to go against their debt-to-income ratio.
Oh, hell no. We're doing too much for our friends and family.
That's why you need to talk to a mortgage broker
Right.
so they can tell you where you stand, where are you trying to go. And a good mortgage broker is going to ask questions that you probably didn't see that were coming. Because we really are trying to get to know you, not to be all in your business, but we actually need to be all in your business. That way, nothing pops up through the process, right? Because everybody wants to close. The realtor, the seller, the buyer, and obviously your lender.
Always
Oh,
on the
all
line.
right, well, cheers to y'all.
Cheers.
I hope y'all keep getting all the business and people keep coming to y'all for buying and getting that financing. But I'm gonna get all up in, I'm so sorry, Mike, you got it. I'm gonna get all up in the business with Roman to find out how to make the champagne supernova. You stay right there, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We talked about the struggles and what you need to do to buy a home, but I'm behind the bar now because we pop champagne when we buy homes, right? And I got Roman here to do what? Back that glass up! That's right, baby. And you're the champagne
Supernova.
My leading intoxicologist is gonna make me a champagne supernova, which I already know is delicious, but for the people at home, let's break down the recipe.
Got it. So it's gonna be half chinola, half vanilla, half simple.
Oh. Okay. See, I'm glad I'm not trying this myself because I would have spilled that everywhere.
From there, we're gonna go half of a lime
Okay.
and 2 ounces of our Insolito Blanco.
Oh, damn.
You do a little bit extra since we're celebrating.
Okay, that's right. I'm gonna buy a home. I'm gonna buy a home. Get it.
Then we shake it up.
Get it. Oh, okay. Get it. Bada bing, bada boom. See, I can never do that. I can never
She'll
do
get
that.
all that in there. And here's the fun part.
Ooh, it's nice and frothy.
That it is.
can you just come and live here? In my home that I don't own yet?
I mean, now that you kind of own it, why not?
I kind of own it.
I'll pay a bill or two.
A bill or two. Listen, you want to go in on this? We can get
I mean, if you're providing the alcohol, why not?
Oh
We
man,
top it
this
off
is a
with our
celebration
champagne.
with the champagne. Okay, where can people come and find this?
Muse.
Muse. That is where you can find Roman. Oh my God, this is amazing. Oh, and of course, the brokers are showing up because they want to celebrate too. They want to pop all the bottles and have all the champs.
Cheers.
Oh, they want a double fist is what they're doing.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so what did we learn today? What is the number one thing for buying a home? Get a pre-approval. And find the right agent. Okay. Well, cheers to y'all.
Cheers.
We'll see you guys next time. Happy shopping if you're shopping for a home. I am, and it's hard.